Hi, welcome to my podcast channel. My name is Oluwasegun Fasonya, aka Yaradua. We will be talking about a lot of topics. We will be interacting with each other. We will appreciate your support. If you like what we are doing, you click on the likes and share our program. Thanks for watching. In case we do anything that's wrong, we're just learning. So let's vibe together. It's just a vibe, nothing serious.
Hi everybody, welcome to our new show. I'm Nick, and to my right,
Sandra.
I got Samantha here.
Yaradua.
Mr. Yaradua.
Yes.
We're here to talk about life generally and our different cultures. So there are two different ethnic, should I say group or culture here.
Both.
So let's have fun.
So we've got Nigeria and
We
Kenya.
go to Nigeria and Kenya.
We've got
Yeah.
Nigeria and Kenya
Yeah.
on here.
Go to Nigeria
Right.
For now, yeah.
For now.
For now.
You know.
I like that for now.
For now,
Okay. So I'm
Right.
Nigerian, she's Kenyan, he's Nigerian.
You can see.
Kenyan.
Yes.
I feel like the fact that there's two Nigerian men and two Kenyan women already says a lot.
Yeah, we're dominating.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like already it says 3/4 of like the stereotypes that we make assumptions of in terms of Nigeria. Like being the dominant country, the most known globally.
Nigerian, Kenya, yeah?
No, Nigeria.
Nigeria,
Like
okay.
globally, when you interact with anyone who's non-African, when you ask them, name an African country,
Country.
their instinct is always Nigeria first. Before then, they start remembering that there's Amapiano, so there's SA. Like by the time they remember even most of East African countries, it's like too late. I think our fame came as Kenyans because of Obama. That's when
Yeah.
everyone was like, oh, there's this place called Kenya.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yes, of course.
But
It's true.
historically, it's always been Nigeria.
But I also feel it's because
I think the
Nigerians
Olympics-
are all over.
Facts.
They're in Croatia,
Oh,
even in the
bruv,
tiniest
in
of
the
countries.
randomest of places.
Cambodia.
Randomest. You're like, what are you, like, what are you even doing
everywhere.
here?
So I think that's why they're really
No.
the first thing about Africa is Nigeria.
Right.
Then now Kenya, we are now known because
That's what
of
made
what has
them
happened
giant.
recently.
Right.
Now we're on the map somewhere.
Somewhere. We're back on the map, other
Yeah.
than running.
But I feel
Yeah, you guys do good at running.
yeah. Apparently, when I travel a lot to West Africa
Yeah.
and I say I'm Kenyan, everybody will ask me, "Do you run?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm tall, as you can see." That's the only thing I always.
First of all, it has nothing to do with height. I like that you're minimalizing running to height. I am from that tribe that runs, the Kalenjins.
Oh, yeah.
I can't run to save mine or my child's life. Can't do it. I'm like, if we're dying, we die then.
We die then.
We die.
Our cultures like Kenya and Nigeria, we are very different. But somehow you find a lot of Nigerian men are marrying a lot of Kenyan women. A lot of Kenyan women are marrying Nigerian men. But our cultures are a bit
Different.
different.
I think differences attract
Yeah.
a lot of times.
Okay.
Yeah, because I never go with the norm when they say birds of the same feather flock together. I've never had friends that are like me.
But don't you think that Nigerian men feel like them marrying their own is better because they understand you better than we Kenyans?
I can't speak for everybody.
No, you
but
can't
I
speak
don't-
for yourself,
I
eh?
don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
For me, I think so.
That you
think
just
so.
marry your own?
In some cases, it is more better.
To marry your own?
Yes.
Yes, if you want to run
In some
away from all
cases.
the...
Because there are some things which I see as a culture here, which can kill you easily.
Okay, wait,
Like
like
which
what?
one?
For real.
Like what?
Okay. Let's start with greeting. Kenya don't greet each other, so it shows me maybe they don't like each other. And let me tell you something. Some things help in a way. Like, randomly you see people in Nigeria, it's been trained that you have to greet.
Yeah.
But anyone, just anyone.
Just,
random.
you know them. It shows how responsible, how
Respectful you. But
Oh, okay.
okay, but can
Because
I?
we always greet each other.
Each
There's,
other.
even if you don't know... Like,
even, that's why you.
there was a time I
don't
was
know.
lost in China. I didn't speak the language.
First of all,
So I was taking a walk. Because I knew I would meet people. I saw black men walking. There's a whole lot of black guys there too that does business. And when I was walking on the streets, at the back of my mind, I was like, shit, how am I going to get home?
right.
And then when I see some black men passing by, and I just do this. And a lot of them just walk past me
past
like a
you.
log. And the ones that did this, and I was like, bro, I don't lost though.
I think you're
Then
right.
immediately
I think
got
you're
it.
right because
Yeah, of course, 'cause-
when I visited Nigeria, a lot, where I was staying, the watchman, good morning, good evening, ma. And it took me a long time. Even by the time somebody says good morning, I'm like, good morning.
Yeah, because you're not used to it.
I'm not
right.
used to it.
Right.
I got used to it. So when I come back, I meet people, morning, good evening, good afternoon. Even my own friends, sometimes I message them on the message, good morning, good afternoon. They're like, huh?
They're like, what? Are you okay?
So that I think Nigerians are polite when it comes to salutation compared to us Kenyans. Kenyans is mind your own business.
And I think it helps us a lot.
It does.
No, for sure. For
Let
sure.
me give you an example.
Right.
I think if there is this interaction, you won't just meet somebody randomly and start saying your problem. You enter Uber, you sit down inside Uber, the Uber start talking to you. It doesn't know you. It might tell you, hey, me and my wife. But if you have somebody you has been explaining to or talking to,
right,
you won't talk to anybody.
Okay. But okay. I mean, but we've got to understand that for Kenya, the reason why we are like that, because we are still very much, and I hate to put it this way, but we're still very much colonized in terms of the British influence in this country.
Yeah.
And British people in general, it's mind your own business on site. British people don't like, it's not in their nature.
Yeah.
So you're colonized with those kind of people. By default, you automatically assimilate to take on those kind of like cultural practices. Because for me, automatically, the minute you say, if you're a stranger, like if I'm walking somewhere and you say it to me, my instinct is, nope, this person decided to attack me or rob me, like it's on site.
Okay, yeah, that's
I don't even think
that's
it's because
true.
I'm like,
Why
I
is it
don't know
so
you.
nice?
Why are you saying hello to me? Like
Yeah.
my guard goes up automatically.
That's
because
why I come in.
It's
Like maybe you
automatic
don't like
fear.
each other.
No, but it's not even not liking each other. It's just fear of the unknown. Because that I will do in any country. It doesn't matter whether it's in my own or anywhere else. What are you saying hi to me for? Do you understand? Like my panic is, why are you saying hi to me? For what?
For what?
Like you left your house today with your own plans. I'm on my own plans. Yes, we've met on the road somewhere. What are you saying hello to me for?
Because first of all, my partner is from England
Right.
and they are extremely polite.
Polite is not the same as
even when they don't
caring.
like you, they'll say hi to you.
Nah.
Nah.
Secondly, I think it's generally about how you feel, because your feelings a lot influence how your day goes. My first time in Kenya, when I left Asia, I was here. I woke up in the morning. I went to Junction Mall. There's this coffee shop there called Dormas at the time.
Yeah, Dormans, yeah.
And I loved it. They used to play Fela in the morning. So I go there, I sit, I sip my coffee, I listen to Fela. And I noticed when I go, people say hi. Like, Sasa. And I don't know nothing about Swahili at the time. Even the greeting, I didn't know. So I didn't know how to respond to that greeting. I always
No,
felt
but who was saying
rude.
Sasa? The waiters.
Like from when I leave the house, from my security guy to the security guys at Junction Mall, to the people I meet along the way, and I felt
Right.
so good about it.
Wow.
Now let me tell you the reason why I think it's a state of mind. Because I was new here. Every morning I come out and I look around and everybody's black. It gave me some kind of joy.
So you're like, yes.
Because trust me, there's a whole lot of discrimination in Asia.
No, for sure.
Then gradually I became Oga.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure they were saying hi
But
to you
that's-
because they
initially
noticed
they were
you
like,
don't look
he's
Kenyan.
definitely not Kenyan.
He's definitely not Kenyan.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can get out of him.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the minute I became Oga fully, all that greetings went down. So now I'm thinking, they're not that polite. I think it's just the way I saw them as these guys are not light-skinned people. They are my people. So I was happy with everything they did at the time. But now my eyes are open.
You see, now you're blunt. You're assimilated to the Kenyan culture.
It was circumstantial hellos.
Yes, they have integrated me into the system.
It's not in our nature to be involved in each other's business. And that's even like earlier, like when we were off air, when you were saying, if like, because you're like an introvert and you stay by yourself and blah, blah, the likelihood of something happening to you and by the time your neighbors find out, it's like you're already been dead.
You're dead.
That is the
Barry.
point.
Because then if you ask me what my neighbors' names
the
are
point is you
in
have to
the
know.
compound next door, I have zero
I live
clue.
like that. I
I don't
also
even know
don't
how
know.
many kids they have. I don't know. I don't get involved.
Let me say something like I've said.
Yeah.
I think
Compared to Nigeria and
it's
Kenya.
so obvious. Your first family is your neighbor.
Yeah, that doesn't apply to a lot of people.
Now
yeah.
you can't go to next door here and say, okay, I need this, which is so bad. It kill you.
Yeah, first of all, I would never.
Let me,
You see,
Going to
that's what
random
you can
people's
do.
houses.
In Nigeria,
I
it's
say,
fine.
I
You
need
can
sugar.
go meet
Where?
somebody.
let me tell you something that happened to me 2 days ago. You know how it's cold in Kenya these days, and I happen to love my car. So I wait for about 10 minutes for my engine to run. So I was sitting in there just listening to my Buju, because that guy is wonderful.
It's the shout out to Buju for me in Midway.
Shout out to Buju, bad guy. So, and this guy just walked up to me, and I was feeling good because I don't smoke. I was feeling good, just sat there waiting for my engine to warm so I can go. And this guy just walked up to me. So I rolled down. He's like, "Do you have jumper cable? I want to start my car." I had jumper cable. I just looked at him and I said, "No." And I rolled up back. And I just sat there like, can't even say good morning. What the fuck?
So your issue was
So
you
you're
not saying
good
good morning.
morning.
You see,
The guy was
You
stressed
interact
out. He
good.
was rushing for a meeting.
Who gives a
how
fuck?
could you, how could you
why-
meet
First of all, that's
somebody
like
and
the
talk-
Hold on, so
pettiest
because
thing
he's stressed
ever.
out, then he comes, invade my wonderful feeling, and bring that his stress
What a
towards
wonderful
me.
neighbor you is.
Oh, trust me, I'm not a wonderful neighbor.
Oh no, Kenyans love Nigerians.
Says who?
I think it's the
Kenyans love
women. The
Nigerians.
women
That's
love
the
Nigerians.
women.
Kenyans
Come
love
up to that.
Nigerians.
It's the women.
Bien married a Nigerian woman.
Of course.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That wasn't out of like
Our
nothingness.
former CS married.
Do you understand?
a Nigerian.
Our president's daughter right now is married to a Nigerian.
Maybe the one that have money.
I don't think that's the reason.
No, but many Nigerian
Maybe.
women here are married to Nigerians.
Yes.
And many Nigerian men
Okay.
have married. Okay, let's
But
There's
let's
no-
you
there's
are not
definitely
talking
no
about
hate.
the one that is not
Can I
working.
jump
You are
in?
talking about the one that is working.
There's no hate.
There's a lot that is not
judgment.
working.
Let's
No,
be honest.
there's no hate.
Can I-
There's judgment.
let's be honest.
Can I jump in this?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing, from my own perspective, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously I can't speak for all of you,
Yeah.
especially you.
We thank God.
I think it's a love-hate relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The same kind of relationship.
No,
I'm
I
having
think
with
hate
this
is the
content.
wrong word. I think judgment and misconception before hate.
Do you know-
Because it's
do you
not
know-
in the nature of Kenyans to be hateful.
I think I agree with her.
The switch is
Sure.
too fast.
Sure. Do you know
Somebody
what-
that love
do
you
you know
today can
what-
lock you up tomorrow.
No. It's not hate. It's literally misconception and judgment.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Hate is a really strong thing
Let me ask you.
because it then triggers things like violence, attacks. We don't have that problem in this
I'm happy
country.
you're
You
saying
have.
that. True. I'm happy
No.
she's saying
We
this.
don't have that problem as citizens. The common thing in this we don't have
Okay.
those problems.
As a foreigner, we have it.
No. I'm not. No. Listen, I was living in SA
Okay.
when the first xenophobic attacks happened in 2007.
Those ones are mad.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I was running an NGO at the time, and these are a community that I'd been working with for almost like 2 years, consistently helping building, babysitting half of their kids when the dad is going to be drunk. Mom, I don't know, is woke up in which state. Craziness. And when that whole uprising started, instinct told them, because you're not South African, you must be Nigerian.
Yeah.
So they literally, because most of them knew where I lived anyway, literally came to our apartments with the intention to come and set my house on fire and kill me.
The people you've been working for.
That have been helping, because I was running an NGO at the time. And it's because they just naturally assumed, because you're not South African, you must only be Nigerian.
Nigerian.
They couldn't imagine that there's other countries that exist on this continent
But I
that
think
I could
that
be
fight
from
is
somewhere else.
based with
Should I tell you
you're
something
facing
out of
Nigeria.
experience too?
Yeah.
There was a time I was just driving to a friend's place.
Mhm.
You know how bike guys behave. They just
Yeah.
run, and this guy ran through my car. And everybody just came at me. The fact that I don't speak Swahili, I'm not Kenyan.
Right.
You know what one guy said?
Mhm.
He's a foreigner, let's burn his car.
Yeah, but border guys burn everybody's cars. If you hit a border guy, even if he's the one who
this
hits
guy is
you,
not even
it
a
always
he's
becomes
not
a
even
problem.
a border guy.
Yeah,
And I've experienced this so many times in this country.
right.
The minute you're by yourself, just know that if there's no divine intervention, you'll probably die there.
But I think in this context,
country.
when it comes to Nigerians, they face a lot of hate here. And I
It's not like
personally,
it's discrimination.
personally, my heart breaks for them.
Yeah.
Because I am a foreigner in many countries and I live in
Right.
so many countries.
Right.
They say, well, I speak the language, so
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Nigerians here. They're really, I feel the misconception and the judgment is so bad that it turns out to hate. Example, let's ban his car. Example, police are just harassing them for nothing. These are facts.
It's not, but see, police harassment literally
still
happens
hits.
to every foreigner.
Yes. No. Mostly Nigerians.
No,
Congolese
but-
is very hard for Congolese
Let me
to
tell
do
you.
No,
that.
but why I'm
me
telling you
tell you.
that is because police still harass us as Kenyans. When you have an accident on the road here in Nairobi, as yourself,
No, let's talk
Before
about
the
police. Let's
No,
talk
no,
about
no.
police coming to barge into your house.
no,
They
of
don't
course,
do that to
of course,
yeah.
no, but of course,
Yeah.
but unless and the times it has happened, because I've been in instances where somebody has been called in. Or like so a Kenyan has gone to be ready purely because of association. It's even happened to me with phone calls where I've been called. We decided to be told we've been seeing you've been calling this number. We're coming for you, and I'm there. I'm like, see you come. Like I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I think it's purely that's what I'm saying. It's based on discrimination. It's the assumption that they've got so much money, they're going to give us so much money.
And I feel it's
let me tell you
because
something.
it's because they're very Nigerians are not stingy with their hands and money.
Right.
And I think the police already, he's Nigerian, he'll give me money easily.
Right,
But
right.
I feel if they are to know their rights and be stand on, I haven't done anything wrong, I don't have any money, take me to wherever. But at the same time, being as a foreigner, you just want to be.
No,
you,
for sure.
You just want to be done.
I want to jump in.
You
so
just want to
badly.
done with that situation
Right.
and just pay.
Right.
So that I feel like they're being harassed too much, and I can't imagine me living in Nigeria. Basically, being
Those
in
people are
Nigeria,
not
I
friendly
feel
in
safe
many
in Nigeria.
cases.
more
I
than
can't lie
Right.
to you.
Let me
There's
tell you.
no day I've ever faced.
We have a lot of experience to talk about in that
Tell me,
situation. A lot.
I'm very curious.
If we
by the way.
start talking about it,
I'll
Give me one of your experiences. He's too
Yeah.
quiet. He's
Yeah,
too
no, Sam. Yeah,
No,
Sam, tell
Sam
us.
is too quiet.
I genuinely want to
Go
hear
ahead.
this.
Don't filter it.
it's I have a lot of experience, even hearing from people, even aside from me.
Right.
So it's something like I don't
No,
know.
but like give me an example.
But in
Okay.
Nigeria, you'll never face harassment.
Yeah, so
course.
Everybody
I'll
wants to take
dispute
care of
that.
you. I feel
I'll
like
dispute
I'm
Nigeria
that.
jealous when I'm in
welcome
Nigeria.
foreigner, they welcome you to
Yeah.
you overstay and you decide to do bad for them.
Until you
when you do
overstay.
bad, they will not show you, hey, we too we are stubborn. We can show you something.
No, it's true, they
but they
overstay, but
welcome
it's
you. You feel good, you feel at home,
Yes.
they treat you like their family. You forget where you're coming from.
And now I understand why
Oh my
Nigerians.
God, don't you forget
And that's why I
where you
understand
So
why.
if you give Kenya that chance, let me tell you. If you let me give you an example. There was a day I lost my passport.
Right.
So now what did I do? There was these two Kenya guys that pick it. So
Okay.
they told me they look for me and they find me.
How?
They look for me. It was around my house. So
Okay,
people around there know me.
Right.
So when they bring the passport, I was like, even me, I don't know this passport I've lost. Okay, I will feel like, okay, I'm surprised. I have to send them money. Fine. At that moment, I think I don't have much. I told them, okay, let me send you so amount.
Right.
Hold it. Then when I'm back from where I'm going to, I'll add more. Okay, at the end of after 2 days, when I came back, I did what I sent this guy's money.
Right.
So after 2 days, I saw the other one of them on the road. The next thing he came to me and said, bro, you have not sent them. I was like, what do you mean? You gave me a number and I've sent the money immediately
Right.
that day. He was telling me, no, this my friend didn't give me the money. I was like, that's not my business.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll do what I told you I'm going to do.
Right.
So it's you to sort it. Unlike that, they don't show care to each other.
Okay.
Unlike, I don't know. I don't know how they
sort each
treat each
other
other. I don't know how they do their own things. But to me,
I've been arrested for just being a Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yes,
course.
that's true.
it is a kind of failure to
I was on a
pitch.
bike. They chased me down on a bike, stopped me, took me to the station for nothing.
For
Then they
nothing.
started searching. These guys are so mean. Like, you know how they arrested me? They didn't stop me because I'd done something bad. I was on my way home. They just saw me and I didn't look like Kenyan.
The hair.
Of course.
And they chased me.
There.
They stopped me. And they started speaking Swahili with me. You understand? That's the first thing they did.
Yeah, so that they
They
can
speak
see.
Swahili. And the minute
You
I
are
couldn't
unable.
speak Swahili,
Right.
if you saw the way they rough handled me, and I was like, yo, what is going on?
Yeah.
They said, we want your passport. I gave it to them. They checked. You understand? The only time I raised my voice was when they decided to hold on to my passport. And I told them, you're not immigration.
Yeah.
You can either hold that passport and we'll fight here, or you can give it to me and I'll follow you to your station easily. So they gave it to me. I followed. And then they fucked me up completely over there.
So you got locked up.
Oh, I left there the next day.
That is it.
And
Even
I
me,
paid
I
a whole
have
lot of money. In fact, I
imagine.
paid 50,000.
Do you know what shocks me
Yes.
is when the police arrest these guys, they always ask for 200, 100,000.
Of course, like you are arm robber.
Like you just have money seated
know
somewhere to be
Okay,
paying.
let me give you an example. I was coming from church. I was wearing. You don't have me arrested because I'm dressing like this.
Right. I know that.
In town, I was
Sorry, it's not
handcuffed.
funny. It's not funny.
Immediately, I was coming from church with
Yeah.
a lady. I was coming from Lavington, so all right, from church.
First of all,
wait,
what was
from
what was
church?
the
I went to
insight of the
Lavington.
lady?
He was insisting that he was with his
Do you
babe
know what
from
they're
church.
saying? Do you know what they're saying? Okay, me, I was going there. I don't even know if there's police. I was wearing
Yeah.
clothes like this. They stopped me. I said I was arrested for sexual harassment, and I was going on my own. And they don't know I was going with a lady.
That's wild.
Wow.
So the lady was like, but where is the person that this guy arrested? I assaulted. He said, no, the lady has left and he has complained. And I was handcuffed and put inside car in town. The lady was the one that was talking. He just told me, don't talk, just wait. I'll talk to them. Then we pay.
You know why it's heartbreaking is because in Nigeria you never face this harassment as a foreigner.
They don't even know.
Everybody treats you.
Well, maybe like from the airport.
I feel so. No, even at the
because
airport.
I
They
experienced it
know-
at the airport.
Export, they just want
Yeah.
to collect
You
your
are a
money.
foreigner.
Export,
No,
they
no,
just
you
want
need
to
to
collect
learn things in
money.
life.
Yeah,
hack
listen,
101.
allow it, fam. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I had a very different experience.
Oh, okay.
Like literally from the airport, it was like on site, and I didn't understand. Remember, I told you I can't read social cues. Like you've got to tell me what you're
Oh,
saying.
okay.
So I didn't understand what this immigration lady. She was just like weirdly holding my passport. Other people are passing, and I couldn't understand what was going on. So I just called the person who was waiting on the other side, and I was like, "Yeah." So awkwardly, I'm just here. I actually don't know what the problem is. And then I was taken to some room, and they were like, "Show us your ticket." So I was like, "Here,
Show us your bag.
your yellow fever, all that stuff." So it was all valid. And she was still like, like telling me many stories, but not telling me what the problem was.
Lunch.
It's only until the guy on the other side
didn't
was like,
get
"Sandra,
it.
tell me specifically where you are.
She's hungry.
Let me manually come." And the entire problem was she just wanted money.
Of course.
I was so
Everywhere you
confused.
go, you have to
And you see,
learn
I
the
think my
environment.
confusion was annoying them even more because it was like, get with it, and I'm not getting with it. I was just blank 3/4 of the time.
Every Nigerian will testify to this. The minute you get into this country, doesn't matter how valid your yellow paper is, you have to pay $10 or $20 for it.
Yeah.
You have to pay for just being a Nigerian. Don't worry.
Yes.
That one is another
For just
expense
coming
entirely.
here.
When after you
take it
pay
to
for
room.
your visa is supposed to be $50, the legit amount.
Yeah.
We pay about 200 plus.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Or like there's a friend of mine who
Damn.
has never been to Kenya. He got sent back. He was coming in from South Africa. He came in because he refused to give them money. They sent
Him back.
He wanted to go back to South Africa. They said no. They sent him to Nigeria.
Oh my days.
Yeah. I don't know how strict and crazy our immigration is to other people, but I'm talking about what I have seen.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
my experience in Nigerian airports,
Right.
I've always had a good time.
Okay.
Walk in, smile, have some cash in hand for just giving them and shoot. But the one incident that happened was they stopped me to check my suitcase. But I was so harsh with them, and I told them I'm not opening nothing. Have this and have lunch, and I need to go. I'm tired,
Right.
and that was it. So I had to learn the environment in every country you go to.
But
That backfired
doesn't
on
work
me in the
here.
most
That's because you didn't
extreme
know.
way possible. Like, you see that you're saying like be assertive and everything. That was my because and this is also detrimental to my own like self because I'm like, let's do things properly. Okay, so
Okay,
your
for you,
requirements
yeah.
are your requirements according to your government are A, B, C, D, F, G. So I've done A, B, C, D, F, G. Here I am. What's up? And then now, because of these other side things that I don't adhere to, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not. Are you crazy? And they were even because of the point where even the lady asked me, she was like, "You're coming from Kenya, you must have Kenya shillings. Give me the Kenya shillings, I know where to change them." I was like, I don't. Because I purposely don't travel with money because of this
Yeah,
kind of
which-
shenanigans.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she was like, "Okay, if you have a card, there's an ATM." I'm like, sis, none of this is
They really
happening.
wanted-
Like, the sooner you understand I'm not giving you any money, the better. And like, I'm one of those people who, if I get to the limit, then we'll go to the extreme. I don't know how to do the gray area. So my result was, okay, let me go back home.
Are you
Instinct.
serious?
I had already now called the airline. I was like, change my flight to now. Let me take the next flight out. It's cool. Because I was like, what is this? Until they had to come in, I'm very stubborn.
Yeah,
Until they had to
that
come
is
in.
stubborn.
And then they're the ones who paid and for me to come out. Because I was like,
We don't need to pay for trolleys.
Yeah, what is that about as well?
Yes, whoever is listening.
To pay
you
for?
don't need to
For the
pay
trolleys, you know when you go and you get the trolleys to like walk and then somebody's like, you need to
500
pay.
naira.
I'm like,
You have
what?
The first time I was shocked.
But that has to be one of the best hustles ever that I've ever experienced because you don't see it coming. You just assume it's like everywhere else in the world where you can just get a trolley and be on your way until you get to the car or your cab or whatever. And it's like, we're not giving you your bags until you pay for
You
the
have
trolley.
to pay.
It is
You can-
amazing.
Hey, me, I have a lot of the experience I have here. The experience I
Give us the
have here.
most epic one.
Sam just needs to choose life at this point.
When I get here,
You're
you
doing too
see.
much.
Give us the most epic one.
Okay, one thing about here is either you are, I don't know if it is, they do it for everybody,
Right,
but what they do for me as a person, they took me to a room.
right.
That room is, there is a lot of picture of, I don't know,
People in
drugs.
Right.
So
right.
they try to pass
To
fear
intimidate
into
you.
me.
Right.
They look at you and say, why are you shaking? Why are you doing this? If you are in the airport for the first time, you feel at least you have not done this before.
Right.
You might have be fear. They collected $200. You understand? At the end of the day, you find this country I'm coming, I'm not sure this one is okay. Oh. This is my
Yeah.
first time. I'm here. And they have pissed me up to this extent.
Right.
I have a friend. I won't mention his name because you know him very well. His first time in this country, he didn't want to bribe. He was detained. Stayed in there in the there's a cell there at the airport for like 5 days.
Yeah.
Then he was sent back. Yeah, and when he got back, the people now told him that those people they love bribe. Just give them some money.
So he came back, gave the money, and he was fine.
Yep.
Oh
Ridiculous.
my.
In the Kenyan airport, being a Kenyan citizen, when I've got artists coming in, I have to manually go all the way until where the airplane they're getting off the flight
Imagine.
with my immigration officer
Yes.
and a cop.
Because it was
You know, because others they're going to literally
Harass
and especially
them.
once they realize it's an artist, they're automatically assuming you're obviously coming here for a show, you're coming to make money. So then they start telling you nonsense of there was an old rule back in the day of like artists coming into Kenya to perform. You had to pay a certain fee for being a performing artist because you're coming to make money in that country. So it's almost like they're advancing you tax
And how much
for
was it?
making money. I think just like depending on what you're being paid for your event, for your performance, they then tax that. So they give us whether it's a 3%, 8%, whatever they decide. That law doesn't exist anymore. But because it's not public knowledge, it doesn't exist. I quote unquote it applies in the airport. So you have to manually go get artists, otherwise it's a complete and utter disaster. They'll be held back, they'll have to pay this money. And you see now the artist on this side, that's not information he's privy to. So you're he's calling you like, as the promoter, you booked me for a gig. Why am I being told I have to pay to come and perform? And it's me who has to do the payment because of money I've earned.
So
It's wild. So
money
even now,
yet to be earned.
well, I mean, he's gotten a deposit, so their
Deposit.
mindset is you must be able to
Who's paid?
paid right
Which
now.
is this-
Go perform, then leave.
that's high corruption. That's taking
Of course.
advantage, and that's wrong.
Of course,
So the experience that I had when I was somebody was coming in from Nigeria,
Right.
The person didn't carry any money, like cash.
yeah.
at hand.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got to the airport. I stayed there for 2-3 hours, waiting,
You're wondering.
and I'm wondering what's going on. And I have my access pass to enter, but because I don't want all that drama, I'm not on duty working at that time. So he calls me and says, "I'm the last one to leave the plane, but they've kept me here waiting. I don't know what they want." But
In the plane.
no, like outside,
Okay, no, like
or the
okay,
immigration.
right.
After some time, he calls me and tells me they want $100. I'm like, for what? They just want $100. I don't mind paying $100, but for what exactly? Is the
Right.
visa valid? I'm
Right.
the one who did his visa, so I
Right.
know. Then I told him, do this. Come with that immigration officer. Tell the person that I have the cash with me.
With you, yeah.
I don't have M-Pesa.
Right.
They walked out. The immigration officer reached and I explained to him, this guy has nothing. I'm the one who's even taking care of him. He's staying at my house. But let me send you this cash on phone.
On phone.
I sent him 1,000 shillings and I reversed it back.
It's the reverse.
By the time that time I told the guy,
Oh my days.
I told the guy, go enter the car. I sent the money quickly. By the time the guy checked, I said, that's for lunch. I'll talk to you. This is my access pass.
Right.
Like, you also work here? I was like, yeah. I'm based in Wilson Airport, but I'm also
Right.
I entered the car. I reversed
Immediate
the car.
reverse.
Called me. I told him, you think I'm going to buy you money to wipe your ass? I'm not. Reverse
no
back the
reason.
money. Why would I pay $100 for what? I had to play a game on them.
No, but you see, and that's the thing, because you just know it's absolute nonsense. So it's like, why are you actively, ideally extorting me for absolutely no reason other than you're just making assumptions and trying to make my life difficult.
Exactly.
They don't
Because if you want to go
understand
through the legal route, you're going nowhere fast.
You know, you're Kenyan. That's why you did that.
Yeah.
For foreigners, you can't do that. It does look like
Earlier, you
if
said
I'm
the
able, I
police
play.
like to do this because they know Nigerians have money. Not that we have money. Not that we like to give money. There's a word I like to use: self-preservation. If I can give you that money and avoid all your problems,
All the stress.
you understand? See, I'll give you my
What?
money. I'll even beg you. Just leave me in peace. Let me go.
No, that's wild.
It's unfair.
No, you know,
in all
it's
honesty, in all
similar.
airports, it's unfair. Nobody
It's
should be
similar to
harassed,
like
you know.
you have a child in the house at 2-3-year-old, terrible twos. They keep wilding out because they want cookies. Just because you don't want to, stop typing this document you've got to do for work. Giving into that BS is teaching that child something. Because now they know, in order to get what I want, this is what I need to keep doing. So
But-
you're literally training an infant
So
that
you're
if you
training
want,
the
you
police.
keep nagging me and I'll give you. No, but it's true though,
Let me-
because that's literally what's happening.
Let me tell you
So
where it
they
has
know,
gotten.
just shika the guy, put him in the back of the truck, drive around for like 30 minutes doing other stops. You're already irritating the person because it's 2 a.m. You're in the back of a police truck. They're not telling you where you're going. So even as your boys or your gang is calling you, you can't tell them where you are because you don't know. They do those rounds. So eventually they know, frustrate this person, they'll give you this money and that story is done.
Of course.
sir.
And a new person we're trying to introduce, Mr. Femi
Garnation.
Garnation. You're welcome to the show. You already know what we're talking about. So
Sure, bro.
jump in. Sandra, you were saying something.
I wasn't saying shit.
Bust our brain, Sandra.
No, apparently, but we're discussing culture, right? Like
Of
the
course,
differences
we
in
have
culture
to.
between
Yeah,
East and West and
there's a
Kenya
lot to discuss about that.
and Nigeria.
Of
So
course.
before we jump into this conversation about food that Sam is so passionate
Food.
about,
No.
we'll get into. Okay, we can say it like in general. We're not going to talk about the side of food you want to talk about, but just food in general. Let me tell you what shocks me the most.
Okay.
Is the combination of different meats in one bowl. Like how you all can have fish, goat meat, and chicken in one mix and be like cool with it.
How can
Because you see, like with
Wait.
Kenyans, it's gonna be like chicken and chapati or like beef and ugali. But you will never find Kenyans making chicken, beef,
Fish.
and a random tilapia in there to have with rice. Do you understand what I mean? Like that's chaos. That's actual chaos.
I only have one question.
What?
How are you wondering about all that enjoyment in one plate?
It's too much.
It's too much.
Not
It's too. You can't even. You
No, but
don't
it's
even
the
know what
way
you're
they cook
tasting.
it.
How?
You can't just mix a random stuff like that.
course.
So
Like,
tell me.
when you
She's
cook
prompting a question in my
egusi, when
mind
you're
right now.
cooking egusi, when you mix it will make sense.
Oh no, what is
when
what's
you're
in it?
cooking
For anyone who
beef
doesn't
stew-
know what's in it, what's in egusi?
There's catfish, dried catfish.
Uh-huh.
Then you can either put fish or put chicken or beef.
What do you mean? So on top of catfish,
Or
you
you
add
can
another
put
fish.
stockfish.
Depends
No,
on
it
how
depends
much
on what you are
want to
using.
cook it.
It's
depends.
just to
You can-
spice it the
you can-
food.
You can decide.
Make it make sense.
You can decide to add prawns too.
Yes, prawns.
You understand? Depends on
crayfish.
how you want it.
That's an
Every
insult even to the animals,
content
you
has
know.
its own vibe.
Because
No,
it's
but
like,
it's
why are you
food.
even mixing
But
in
not
this?
all
Let me
foods
tell
you
you.
can
Let
do
me tell
that.
you.
Like, why are you
It's not
even
all
mixing
foods
in
you
this?
can do that.
If
It's
there's
just
king
specific.
of prawns somewhere and he
Periwinkle.
comes out and tastes the egusi that there's prawn inside, he will want to be in that egusi.
About the food, I think sometimes our food we over exaggerate it too much. Like, just like she said, like why are we having so many like proteins in one food?
Not that. No, but Pumpkin, honestly, like
You
realistically
get-
speaking,
But and according to what she said, like you don't find such things in every food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like now, egusi just has to have that. That's
You have
traditional.
to some
Assorted.
accomplish.
Like when you're taking,
Assorted.
like now you're using that ugali to have that egusi. It has to be cow skin, fish,
Everything.
a lot of that. But if you're making beef stew now, just have to be beef stew.
yeah, like why are you throwing eggs in there?
No eggs.
There's
Beef
some
and
stew you
chicken.
can add
Yeah.
Even in
boiled
Indomie,
egg.
why is there sardines and boiled eggs in there? Like what's happening?
We love to enjoy that.
You're doing team too much. You don't even know, your taste buds don't even know what's happening.
But when it comes to
That's
food,
why,
Dogs is
and that
spazzing out
becomes a
every minute.
reflection
To be
of the
honest, that's
women you
true.
date.
Of
Because
course.
you
It's
date
true.
everyone. Yeah.
It's true. We can't eat everything.
nice
Fish,
one.
And that
Indomie,
reflects on the
eggs.
women. Yeah. Now you date is
even crabs in Indomie.
Yeah, because now you date everything.
Even prawns in
Light skin,
Indomie.
dark skin, fat.
So that's why we eat like that, because
Yeah,
you
then
date
you date
everything.
Everything.
You date everything. under
That's
the
a good
sun.
one. That's
It's
a good
wild.
one.
It's
Wow.
yes.
Come and attack.
Because now your taste buds are just they're wilding.
All over.
You're doing too much.
Our taste buds.
I can almost 100% right now guarantee. Out of the three of you guys here right now, you have dated every possible type of woman.
Women.
Short, fat, skinny, tall, big boobs,
That's
small
exploring.
boobs.
No.
It has happened.
Yes, you guys you don't have a preference.
There's none.
No.
Because you mix
We have
everything.
a preference.
No.
That's-
You
They
finish.
have a
For all
preference,
your girlfriends.
but on
No.
site,
But on site,
We
but
have
on
a
site they mix
preference.
it.
Don't
Bindu
mix
with
it.
Chenzama.
Yeah.
We have
No,
a
no.
preference.
No, there's-
Kwa ground,
between different.
We have.
We have a
This is
preference.
it. We have a preference, to be honest. Like, if you ask me now what kind of woman I like, I would say. But now, in this dating scene, the choice is not all mine.
What?
Yeah,
choice
you
is
can.
yours.
Yeah, okay, fine. Have you ever heard a saying that the kind of woman that is going to show you the most love is not even your type?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, but that's
No, wait,
That's
chill.
true.
You are not going to
That's
tell me now.
100%
You are not going to tell me now like a lady, a thick lady now is giving me all whatever I want. Now because now I'm attracted to slim lady, I just
I
have
leave
to
the
push
what
that
I
away.
need.
It's just like this is heaven, this is fire, and I'm going inside.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's still a
Well,
choice, though.
well, he makes
You can't
sense.
say you don't have a choice in the matter. It's a choice you've made.
There's a choice,
so
but the
you
choice
can't-
are
You
still
see,
limited.
you might want slim.
Yeah.
But
It's
slim
it's a hard
doesn't
choice.
have the
Quality you want.
you want.
Yes, but now you've got to. But that's what I'm saying. It's a choice. What are you valuing more?
Men go for the qualities.
Peace.
No, but do you understand what I'm trying?
As much as they want this,
Trust me.
Yeah.
for
As
the
much
qualities.
Of course.
as much
All
as,
of us,
as
even me,
much as
example.
that body is fire and that pussy is fire, you have to give me peace.
Oh God.
No, I
men
get that.
do you
understand?
do you also give peace?
Or else,
In life,
Do you also give peace?
You also
That's the
give
question.
peace.
let me see.
Or are you a chaotic human being?
And then
thing
you want peace.
This thing about
Of course.
peace, let me tell you, this thing about peace is like,
Give and
We
take.
both see it
yes,
differently.
because if it's going one-sided, then one side will have to run away in the long run.
What's your
One-sided is
definition of
peace.
peace in the relationship?
Thank you.
See, let me tell you. Sometimes peace is not even what you do. You understand? I like to use myself as an example.
Yeah, but of course, I want to hear
Your
your
life
definition of it.
experiences,
Okay.
eh?
Cool. And let me tell you, there was a time I used to be that guy.
this was-
What does being that guy mean?
The bad boy.
Let me get there.
let's be honest, please.
Thank you. You know,
The
I used to-
hood guy.
yeah, I used to be that guy.
Just didn't care.
Like, okay, let me tell you, I've never ever walked up to a girl and start. You know how guys walk up to a girl and start feeling so nervous. I like this girl. I don't know what to say. I don't do it. I just make myself known. I know you will come.
Foul male. Okay.
You understand? I make
Confidence.
myself yeah, you understand? But if you don't come too, because I'm a very shy person, it may never happen.
Happen, okay.
You get it?
So why were you a bad
Now,
boy?
let me tell you that peace part. Because people talk about it, but people don't really know what it
Yes,
is.
exactly.
There was a time
Especially men.
when I was at my peak
Yeah, student.
of playing around.
Okay.
I met a girl who I'd give up everything for. I'd go to the club, I'll chill with my guys there with all sorts of sexy girls, tattoos everywhere. You know those bad things we like to see. And they're willing to go with you.
What are the
You
bad
understand?
things? I need
But
to
let me
hear.
tell you something.
Oh my God.
Because that person in the house, every time I go to her, you understand? It feels like all my troubles just melt away.
Because she tolerated it, she never questioned
It's not
you. That's what
toleration.
men call
No, let me
peace.
tell you, no, it's not toleration. Let me tell you, if you're a good person, a bad guy will succumb to you. You don't even need to pressure him. He will look at you one day and be like,
So
this
what
girl
did
is
she
good
do?
for me.
Like
You don't have to do anything for a nigger.
Yeah.
No.
You don't have to do not ally. You don't have to give him nothing. He doesn't see. You can be Queen of England and have all the money in the
Do you-
world.
do you-
know the only
do
thing
you
he
support
needs
that?
for you.
I
Don't
think
you
it's
think it's
trying to
Nick,
say
Nick,
like,
chill.
it's
Do you support that?
I didn't
it's
support
in the
that.
person's energy and spirit because
You
there's
get
people
it.
you interact with who is just bad vibes.
But there's something in particular that
course.
is going on.
See,
Yeah.
let me tell
But that's what I'm
see,
saying.
Let me tell
He's
you.
saying she
Let me tell
can't-
you. I used to be a very troubled person.
Uh-huh.
I don't sleep. I don't do nothing. Before I can sleep, I will go to the gym like 3 hours. I'll play football with my friends and I'll play with the other club I played with back in Malaysia. You understand? And I'll still drink like crazy. You understand? Before I can actually get any sleep. And at
So
the
she
time,
helped you fight your demons. Is
Sure.
what we're
At
saying.
the time, I was thinking it's excess energy. So I did all that workout
Okay.
just to be able to find sleep. But guess what? Without any workout, without any energy, without smoking, drinking, or anything. Once I go to her place and we chill, this is not my place now. Because you know you Kenyan girls never have house of your own.
First of all,
We are gonna tap on you on that one. We are coming for you.
This guy's
We are coming for you.
Yes, come for me.
what?
But come for me easily, don't kill me.
No, we are coming for you. You came on
I'm
that
not throwing
side.
shots now. Anyway, you understand? Let me tell you, for real though, she doesn't have to do anything. The minute I step into that house,
Then her energy was
it's
right.
you understand?
Her energy was right
like
for you.
I sleep calmly.
Let me ask you.
You understand?
Where is
Just
she
one
now?
question. Just one
Where is
question.
she now?
Are you trying to?
It's the way
are you
she
trying to come into my relationship?
Let me ask you. If this same
No, she
girl,
was your piece, but did you marry her?
Of course.
If this
Where did
same
you
girl-
put your
Where's she
piece?
stay? Where's she
Where did you put your piece,
Listen,
bro?
guys, listen. Let me
if
ask a
this
question.
same girl,
Thank you.
if this same girl,
Yes.
if she comes over to your place, do you still have the same energy?
Of course.
So why are you emphasizing on going to her place?
Of course.
Chill. Let me tell you, it's not every girl that you can visit.
Yeah.
You know
Facts.
that. See, a girl can be begging you, please come. You want to go, but deep down in your mind, you're like,
Never.
No, but you know,
you get me? Because let me
I
tell
think
you,
it
as a
depends
man,
on
you
the
are already in
relationship.
trouble. In fact, as a man, you're automatically guilty.
of what?
Everything that they can say about you in anywhere.
Your
So that's why you're not going to that house.
your definition of peace, I don't go with that.
Even me.
Like you're saying, like just seeing her. No. There has to be some things
There has been
that
some
woman is
things
doing in
that
particular.
woman is doing for
Let me
you.
ask you.
Wait,
Chill,
yeah.
chill,
Right?
Uh,
You dated, right? Is it every man, apart from material stuff?
Can
or
I tell
anything?
you, the men I've dated and they kept on telling me that they want peace, that they want to create the most chaos.
Exactly.
And the
That's the
moment,
point.
if you're peace, you don't need to ask for peace.
I've
see,
never asked
If
for
you're
peace.
peace, you
I
don't
think
need to.
it's
yeah,
vibe
but I'm
on
just
vibe.
saying.
Bro,
It's vibe on vibe, but there's some guys who naturally are just naturally disrespectful and they don't realize they're disrespectful. So once you tell him, when you do this thing hurts me, oh, you're not giving me peace. What he wants is to get away with everything. He wants relationship benefits, but not committed to you.
do you remember
And
when
that
I
is
said,
causing chaos
You would have said it
in
better, man.
In your spirit.
in my spirit.
My own definition of like a woman giving you peace. Like, let's say for instance now, like I go for my normal football, I came back inside. As my woman, I expect you to know, like, fine, maybe this boy is so tired. Like he needs to like go, like maybe shower or do something. And me getting back to the house, you've already like done what you've done, like maybe like run me a bath, my food is ready. Like the basic things, I don't really need to even say much before my woman gets it. That is what me I define as peace. Like we don't even have to talk much. Like I'm just sitting like this. My woman is sitting here outside. Like one sign I'm giving her, she's getting it.
premium service?
Yeah, that should be my nigga. Like,
Premium service.
but it does not work like that because we at the end of the day we are different human beings. We are coming from the same culture. I'm Nigerian, you're Kenyan. We are coming from different home. I was raised different, you're raised different. So that little difference is where I think the problem of Kenyan and Nigerian are really happening. Like we are not balanced in that culture.
Right.
Just like I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I think a Kenyan guy would balance a Kenyan girl in some aspect compared to how I would do it. Okay, let me say like a low woman and a low guy. I don't know if it works like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they might be compatible in some way compared to me culturally than me that is coming from that I have to use that.
From
There's a lot you
Yeah.
have to learn.
Right.
Exactly. So I think maybe me, I'm not ready to learn that culture in you, and you also, you're not like ready.
I'm not ready.
Which brought us to the part where my guy said, "You as my girlfriend, why are you not doing some things for me?" So
Yes, you said it.
No, so what are your expectations
Yeah, exactly.
of what a girlfriend should
No,
be?
before I answer
Let's
that
start
one,
a
you have to
serious
tell me
relationship.
what is the role of a girlfriend? Having a girlfriend, okay, you are my girlfriend. As a guy, what are those things that my girlfriend is expected to do to me? That I feel like this is my girl.
Other than loyalty, support.
Other than that,
Yes,
because I
support is
feel
very
me
broad, though.
from where I'm coming from. Let's do this. If I have you as my girlfriend,
Right.
my well-being, taking care of me, how even watching my clothes,
Okay.
cooking for me,
Right.
it's your role as my
your
girlfriend.
Okay.
Are you guys living together?
No matter how, even if you come to me anytime, any day.
I'm not
Right.
trying to
That's the way,
object you.
I'm
just
saying
asking
from where I'm
questions.
coming
No, I
from.
get you. I'm
Wait.
listening. I'm listening.
That's
You don't
culture.
need to
That's where from where I'm coming from.
Right.
Getting to this side is another thing entirely.
Right.
So now this is where we come like of 50-50. And that's the main issue. So that's where I see Kenya girls like man to man. We deal like man to man. Like me man, Kenya girl man. Two men dealing with each other.
Right.
So at the end of the day, things doesn't work out. Two driver controlling the house.
Right.
So it scatter everything easily.
Can I jump in?
Wait, can I say
Yeah,
something
please,
about?
Samantha.
Yeah, sure.
You see, for a woman cooking, cleaning, and maintaining the home, she has to feel
This is my place.
this is my place. So when you're saying she has to cook and clean and wash for you, no, you're in a relationship. Both of you do those things.
So I can
Washing your
just-
clothes should be your responsibility. You also, when you find there's a problem in the house
The
is
house,
dirty and I'm not there, you don't have to wait for me until I come. Example, I'm seeing someone, and if I'm not there in that week in the house and dishes are there, when the moment I come, I tell him you have to clear these dishes. I'm not doing it. You know why? Because I'm not cleaning after him. I'm his girlfriend. I'm not his wife, and that's not my home. So it's your responsibility to maintain the space. But when I come in, I'm gonna maintain the space when I'm there.
Good points though. Hold on, 1 second.
Because you already
Somehow I
make
agree
it.
with
Because
you.
you're making it seem like
it's,
I'm
not,
a
it's, not,
wife.
it's not that difficult. What she's saying is not that
You know
difficult.
why I agree
Yeah.
with you? You know why I agree with you? You guys are not living together in the same house. Like for me, I won't lie to you.
Even
Leave
though
or
you're
don't
living.
leave. You when a young guy is in the house and you're expecting your girl, before she arrives, you clean up. You know?
Yeah.
You don't want her to meet the house in a mess. Now, if she comes and you guys decide, okay, let's cook. You understand? If you don't do the dishes, me, I will have issues with that. You understand? Now, that is in his own world. In my own world, I don't care if you do the dishes or not. You understand? If it is too much and it's beginning to irritate me, and I'm avoiding it, and I see that you're avoiding it, then I'll speak up. You get it? But my own baby, I will cook for you.
Yeah.
Now, me, I love cooking. That's a different issue.
Don't confuse it. It's not about cooking for
Chill,
somebody.
chill.
That one is normal.
We are
Wait,
talking about what we do for
let me
each
come
other
with something.
now.
Wait.
Chill
Let me
now,
come
no
with something.
confusion.
Wait. It's not about you can't cook, you can't do all this thing. It's not about you can't do it as a man. You can do it on your own. You understand? It's something you can do willingly. It's something you do. But to me, at some point, I believe when there are some things which is, I don't know. I think it's the lady that's supposed to do it in the house.
Chill. Let
Okay,
me
so
tell
you
you.
just have a traditional sense of gender roles. That's all you're saying. You're just saying, as the man, it's my job to ideally go, make money, come back home.
If you say that, me as a person going out with you,
Right.
we call it courtship, right?
Right.
So now
It's courtship,
what do we call it?
Yeah, it's called
That's
Sheba.
so-
Eh. So what do we bring?
Oh,
what
yeah,
exactly are we trying to bring out from it? Like me and you, I think me knowing you, we want to blend our life together.
You're
During
building
that
a
process is
relationship.
when we tell you this is what I want, this is how we
Of course,
know
we're
each
building
other.
a relationship. It's,
So,
I mean, with your friends
build-
right now, with your
so
friends.
now
even
what
with
you're
them
telling
right
me
now.
now is because I haven't go to your house, we are not building anything. You can go anytime.
No, I've not said I've not gotten me a house. What I'm saying is I need that. You see, Davido released a song called Assurance. What's my assurance that you're giving me?
Wow.
That is
What's the assurance
if
you're
you do the
giving me?
necessary thing, I'm in position. I told you I'm a
I don't
girlfriend.
need to do it for 1 year.
I've told you you're my
why not?
girlfriend.
No,
Don't
but why am I
misquote
doing it for
it.
7 years?
Yeah.
I
See,
don't know.
You can be in the sitting room, you understand, watching TV with me. You understand? As a typical African man, I can be like, what are we going to eat today? I enter kitchen, go cook. But me, personally, as my own self, which I know myself, you understand? I don't want you to cook for me. You understand?
I love a man who can
I will
cook.
go into the kitchen and cook my...
She's like silver lining.
No, you're wrong in that too.
That's what
now.
make I
It's
tell
actually
you,
because
bro.
Talking about
the girls we are
myself.
Let me
here.
tell you,
No.
if you
Wait
make it
now.
priority to cook for a lady, you are ruining the relationship. I can't lie to you.
No, it's a lie.
Oh.
It's a
The
lie.
difference is
See,
actually
let me
because
tell you,
we are here with Kenyan girls
it
who do
depends
not
on
cook
who
our
are
food.
we.
It
Back
depends.
They don't know how to cook. That's why we cook.
Bro, back home.
I'm not dating
There are some
girl.
days you
I'm
want to
not-
go to the
I'm
kitchen
not in any
and go
relationship
cook.
Let's do this.
with any Kenyan.
Let each person live an individual opinion.
Yeah, they don't even let me land.
He's not landing.
Okay.
Because
Like,
you
you
no
don't
go
talk
land.
me.
You
Start
no
from
go
you.
you no go land.
land.
You want to talk, they go. You no go land.
Start from
Tell
you.
you about me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's give it like maybe like 2 minutes, then
Okay.
we switch.
You have a very strong
Opinion of that. Yeah. So let's give it like,
You're too African.
then
bro.
Give it.
Once it's 2 minutes.
then the two can.
Once it's 2 minutes, just direct to the next. Like 2 minutes.
So let's go.
Okay, in my own aspect, like I've said, we are building a house. If I think coming up from a lady and a guy, starting to being one, we have to start from courtship to train ourselves how we want to live and how we want to grow up. So now, if you at some point, since you said I've not go to your house, you can't do some things. There are limited things you can't do. So what are we building?
If you're not going to do things right, why should I do right by you?
Right.
And let me tell you, it starts men. If men were to know that they're ones who lead in relationships, there will be no problem.
Right.
You're a reflection. I'm a reflection of you.
Yeah, we mirror men.
You want
We
to
mirror
cause
the man
chaos?
and
Oh,
women.
me, I'm very stubborn. I'm very opinionated. I will cause that. But if you give me peace, honestly, I don't have problem.
Right.
But one thing I notice is men don't know how to put in words to communicate. They'll just act funny, and then you start complaining, and then you start saying, "No, I did this because you did this," and then we start all over again. So for me, when it comes to cooking and
You made me
cleaning,
think of
You're like,
something.
nah.
when it
Okay.
comes to cooking and cleaning, if you do right, I'll
Wow.
cook and clean. If
Wow.
not, today, this house, we are sleeping hungry in this house.
Together.
Mr. Femi, what do you think?
I don't really want to be. I don't really want to be rude.
No,
But-
but say it as it is.
But I feel like she has a lot of experience when it comes to guys.
Yeah.
Because she's actually eating like the nails on.
I've
'Cause now,
suffered. That's why I have experience.
Suffered.
I pray for peace for you, to be honest.
I have the same peace now that I'm enjoying.
Because now,
That you guys don't believe in.
what she's saying actually is like relationship, to be honest, it's actually supposed to be common sense.
Of course.
It's not really that supposed to be difficult. You as a guy, you know this is what you're supposed to do. And as a woman, this is what you're supposed to do. But based on history and whatever you've seen, because according to what you said now, you said your mom do all these things for your dad. Which I also said, my mom also do the same thing. But my father would never go into the kitchen or feel like, boy, it's my turn to cook today. Never. But now, as long as the life comes, when you travel, after you see so many things, you're like, this thing is really not that difficult, to be honest. Because me, I like to cook a lot. But when I'm cooking, I like my woman to be beside me. Like, when I
Together, yeah.
when I'm cooking, maybe you're watching the dishes, somehow you're helping me blend the tomatoes, or like there's just something that you're doing.
It's like a team
about
effort.
you sleep.
Exactly.
Right,
So whenever these issues comes, or whenever I read it online, I find it so like weird. Like, why are we still arguing about these things?
In 2024.
Yeah, women know like this is what I'm supposed to do. Because according to what you said you were raised right, but you stop because the man was giving you BS, which I think it's okay. Because I won't see a man that is giving me what I want, and I will not act right as a
That's
woman.
right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But let's not even forget, in this world now, there are some women who do this really care.
They don't
Because I
care.
said
You
now,
made- you
no,
made the
according to what
point
I
by
said,
saying
I said
was
when I'm
raised
cooking,
well.
I like my woman
Is
to
it
be
that
beside
frame?
me.
Half the point.
Is it that frame is what I want
When
to
I'm
get.
cooking, I said I like my woman
90%
beside
of
me.
them don't cook.
I've dated somebody also who does not want to do that. She just want to like, babe, the food is ready, bring it to me. on the
Of
bed.
course, they don't want to stand up self.
Those ones
They
I've
don't
never
even want to
cooked for
come
them.
out.
Exactly,
No, but
no, you
you know,
see, that is
There are
where
many.
It's easy.
that
Those
is
ones
where
are-
now you see that it's not really not
What's
working.
weird with what Femi is saying is because if I think of my folks, yeah, it was the proper, and especially with like Kalenjin men, especially once they do the circumcision in the forest, it's rules. Like when they come back, even for my brothers, though they're younger than me, I'm the eldest. But even when they all came back, by that age of 14, the rules were they were never to touch a sweep. They were never to get in the kitchen. We had to
Imagine.
serve them.
Yeah,
I'm the
Kalenjin,
older
oh,
sister,
yeah. That's
and I'm
culture.
serving
Oh, yeah,
my
your
younger
younger
brothers
brother.
because now they've been circumcised. Now they're like men. You know what I mean?
Even if it's culture,
So
it
I was
don't
like,
make
it's
sense.
cool. Then, and my mom was like one of those, like, to the point where even when my dad would drive into the driveway, all of us would have to leave the living room because now the sitting room is his, the TV is his. You people, whatever you are watching, figure out where you're going. You go to your rooms, you go outside, figure it out, but you can't be in the living room.
Yeah.
My dad, the day I was leaving for uni, he sees me coming downstairs with suitcases. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, say, I'm off to like SA. He's like, for what? I'm like, for uni. He was like, you finished high school. He didn't even know high school had ended. Do you understand? Like, his accountant was paying everything. He was not involved in any of those things because for him, that was all my mom, and that's how she was. Until one day,
We're in the same boat.
this Jaluo woman decided to wake up and I don't know, go and do what course in uni. Undercover. Did another one, started her own business out of nowhere. The day and her company had already been running for like 3 years. By the time this guy realized what's going on, all hell broke loose. Like, oh my God, this is not right. You cannot be working. Am I poor? Like, he lost his mind completely because he couldn't fathom that she's been successfully running a business for over 3 years
Without his knowledge.
without him knowing anything. Now he was understanding where all these other bags are coming from. If he's traveled and like, I don't know whose fees are not being paid, my mom sorts it. He couldn't understand where all that was happening from. And he literally moved out.
Wow.
Out of annoyance because he was like, I'm done. If you're gonna be independent, that's on you.
Wow.
And she was like, say less, my G.
I'm
And she was like, cool. Eventually, he had to now obviously come back because my mom was literally like, you go. Like, I have no problems. You understand? And so being raised in a house like that, I think is what ideally, even for me, my perception of relationships is very like, because yes, I can do the cute things. Sawa, I'll help make
when
your
you
bed
feel like it.
when I want to. But should I choose not to? That's it. Like there's no
that
conversation
difficult,
about
yeah.
it. And that's just it. You know what I mean?
That's very interesting.
So you see, so those kind of dynamics happen, and that was in a traditional
Home.
old school marriage from the bloody, I don't know, 60s.
That's why there's no marriage now.
She passed away.
I'm telling
So
you.
there's a difference.
That is why there's no marriage now.
Or like in general in society.
Of course.
Yeah. Right.
That's why you're Gen Z and you're on the road. That was your
Me,
Gen
I'm
Z
not
people.
Gen Z.
No, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Me, I'm not telling you now. That's why there are no marriages now. Because they live what they are supposed to do. All they do is make up to
Let me tell
gender.
you why there were marriages then. Our mothers didn't know.
Exactly.
Our
I
mothers
just felt like
were not empowered.
they
Like especially in Kenya, I'll talk about Kenyan dynamics, and Nigerians don't seem to understand this. Kenya, we are so colonized. We're not in the British era,
Right.
and women are so empowered. I'm not saying Nigerian women are not empowered because they also work hard, but our parents really tolerated so much. So we grew up seeing our aunties suffering, our mothers crying behind doors, and then let me tell you, in every Kenyan home, you'll find the women are more educated. Their parents are taking them to better schools.
Right.
I am a pilot. My mother paid my school fees. She gave me the best because she keeps on saying, I don't want you to be in a position that I would be.
Exactly.
Only difference was my mother had money. They were together with my dad.
Yeah.
But the moment she was here, he left all the responsibilities to her. Now for me, I'm growing up. I'm seeing how men are treating. There's a guy I dated when I was very young, and he used to buy me all luxuries. There's nothing I never wore. But the moment I break up with him, give me back everything of mine. I went to court to return back everything. I was given assault and malicious damages. I was 21.
What?
Like, let me tell you, for 7 years,
Yo.
I said no man will ever buy me even chewing gum. And I'm telling you, no, but no man would. You buy me something, I'll buy you something more so that you don't come back for me. I was traumatized.
Right.
But the thing is, I feel like Kenyan women have been traumatized because our fathers have not been there.
Yeah.
Our brothers picked up our father's behavior. Our uncles in the bar.
Right.
So we grew up with no man figure. Now the
Right.
Nigerians have come. You go visit him. Take this for transport. Hey, he's giving me transport and I've not even done anything with him. So you start, let me
You're
date
here for vibes
him.
and inshallah.
You see. And so the Nigerian men come here with the culture of providing for a woman, taking care of the woman.
Right.
Now the Kenyan men are now jealous. They just want us to continue suffering.
Well, not all though.
Not all, but
Right.
70%.
Right.
And now these
It's
Nigerian
true.
men have now come to Kenya, they're providing for us, and then they're saying we are local.
that is too raw.
Like, we're very disrespectful because remember, we grew up disrespecting our fathers.
So it's on site.
Many I've seen
I
so
think
many
this
young
is-
girls.
I
There's
don't
nothing you're
think
telling
it's
me.
Kenyan only. I think it's
A
mostly
global
African.
thing.
Yeah. It's not
Tanzanian
really
women
Kenyan.
are very polite. Ugandan women are very polite.
Yeah, but a Tanzanian woman will poison you.
Even Ugandan. You read it online. You read it, even though you don't know. You read it. So I think it's
I think
more
it's
like
everywhere.
African,
It's everywhere.
whatever.
I've
Yeah.
heard that there's a tribe in Kenya that
Wow.
bites off their man's dick.
Which tribe?
So
Are they
you-
carnivorous?
Yes.
Tribe,
Meru.
tribe.
Ama? It's
The
Meru.
tribe, yeah.
You see, I don't know, but I've heard it like twice.
Okay, from
Yeah, I think it's
two
Meru.
women.
Two different
It's
people.
Meru.
And you know,
It's okay, I'm not
No, maybe they are just
It's
one or
mentioned,
two cases.
No,
and
it's
then
not
Yeah,
one
yeah,
or
yeah.
two. It's not one or two. It's many.
I've not even seen. I've not
Many.
even seen it in the news.
Give us facts,
I just-
stop
I don't.
lying.
Many.
Yeah, I
Just
think,
check
yeah,
online,
like
you
it's one
see
or
lots.
two. I think it's one or two that I've had. But it was
I have to
Meru.
investigate on this one.
You will see.
Anyways,
Yeah.
guys,
Agree
in,
that
in the time and era right now.
Yeah. And women need to
dating.
start working
The
for themselves, so a man does not have to control you.
Yeah, and then also outside of that, the dynamics have changed.
Things have
so
changed.
if men are not willing, and I get it, you were born and raised in households in a certain way, but we've got to be not sensible, knowledgeable enough to understand that the way the world works right now, you can't function with 15 years ago mindset.
mindset.
Yes.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Completely. Otherwise, you will literally not thrive. So you've got to shift how you're thinking in order to adapt to where the world is going.
And remember, women are-
Others, you're going to just lose out or get lost automatically. And it's the same thing that's happening with women. It's also the same way we're raising our kids.
Even in life,
This
too.
whole Gen
You
Alpha
have to
conversation
update.
that's going on because of how the Gen Alphas are moving. These 8 to 10 year olds, they're moving like that because they're a product of the environment they're being raised in. Very different from what you knew as your baby cousins back in the day. You understand? You've got to accept that. It's the way the world is.
Example, like you see in Nigeria, the North. I feel like they live a different world.
Exactly.
completely.
Like,
So
way
they
behind.
come here to
Completely.
Kenya and they find us now local, aggressive women. They will be in total shock.
Yeah.
They'll be in total shock. First of
So-
all, another thing, you can't want a 90s woman, you can't want a 2000 woman in a 90s mindset.
Right.
See, at the end of the day, I'll take you for trips. I'll spoil you. Because I know how to spoil my men. Then at the same time, I still need to be traditional. So, I mean, can we
There's a
can
disconnect,
can
yeah.
we just be 50-50 and just live life?
Yeah.
And stop,
You know, just
stop writing rules. Baby, today.
Wash clothes
Wash
at 10 a.m.
or thinking about little
Omo.
things.
Some
that you
style.
can
That's
just
what you
solve.
say about you tell it to wash. So you are the one that decide. Okay, I'll
Right now,
get
myself,
what
I don't
you
even
want.
wash my own clothes and I'm coming to wash
Yo,
yours.
hey, you see?
must be out of your damn mind.
Anyways, guys, in conclusion,
Me, I wash too. Hey,
in
never.
conclusion, there's something you said earlier.
It's okay.
In another episode of this, we're going to tackle that.
Okay.
Which one?
You understand when you said the whole father figure thing,
Right.
And you can't operate with 1960s mindset. I think that's what's going on with our politics, but we have to tackle that another day
Okay.
because old men are ruling us and we are suffering. Anyways, so
This was lit.
it's been wonderful.
Moral of the story is there are so many more similarities than differences.
Anybody
Between
watching,
Kenyans
don't
and
act
Nigerians.
like, you know,
That's why we have this love.
That is
love.
the moral
Lovey,
of the story.
We love each other. You guys can't do
let
it
me
without us.
escape
course.
now. Anybody
Ah,
watching,
you
don't
really
attack
agree,
me.
eh?
oh.
I
I'm
agree.
just
I agree
saying
with
things.
that. We love each
You're free,
other.
you're free, you're free to
Fun.
attack.
Peace.
Peace.
Guys, we've come to the end of the podcast, and I hope you enjoy it. So much enjoy it. If you like it, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Asante sana.